We are back, another episode of Chris Hates Everything. I am your host, Chris. And what the fuck are we hating on today? And we're back after a lengthy hiatus, probably just a week. You know, I have to edit these shit. They take a long time to fucking edit. Lemonade is really strong. That lemonade tastes like margarita. Anyway, yeah, I am Chris. I just got a couple of things I want to talk to you guys about, and then I get out your motherfucking hair. These are disturbing times that we are in. If you are in a relationship with a man or with a woman, you know, regardless of your preferred gender, please nurture those relationships. Please love, care, and understand your partner's plights. And, you know, just be there for them, because relationships are being destroyed, you know, a lot. They're being destroyed. They're being destroyed, guys, you know. Do you guys know who these people are? This is Adam 22, and this is his wife, Lena the Plug. And Adam does a podcast called No Jumper, and it's fairly successful. There's some issues and beef and drama going on with that shit. I don't know anything about that because this isn't the fucking show for that. This is his wife. They do, she does porn. I don't know if you can say that on YouTube. I don't know. But she does that, and, you know, she does scenes with him, and they keep it all in the family, and I think that's fucking magic. So in order to, you know, drum up some content, young Adam had his wife do a scene with this young man.
Released yesterday, saw it. First of all, wow. Second of all, whose idea was it to end an?
Okay, so I guess her had been stretched out in a while. So then I was doing all the stretching.
Wait, hold on 1 second. As a man, do you want any man talking about your wife like that? One, it's two parts. One, he's saying this woman's husband has a small penis, and two, her vagina needs to be stretched out. That is fucking horrendous, but I cannot stop watching. Let's keep going.
Okay, so I guess her had been stretched out in a while. So then I was doing all the stretching. It's like my starting to get numb, and I was like, yo, we have to keep going. It was going so long that it was nothing I could do. It was all like,
right. Okay, all right,
the numbness.
All right. Adam is making light of this entire situation, but my thing is, he's making light of the situation online and stuff like that, as he should. He's been a good sport about it. Is he a better man than I am? Absolutely. That guy's like 6'12". This nigga's dick is probably like 70 inches long. Pause. And he's smashing your queen, and you paid him to do so. He only asked for $4,000. To be perfectly honest, he probably looked at the wife, you know, I'll take that down for $4,000. You know, nothing too special. And Adam upped the price and said, "Hey, we'll give you 10. 10K to be cuckolded. I mean, if you got the money, you got the money. You know, I am not that. I could never be that. But shout out to Adam and Lena the Plug. You guys are disgusting, but may God keep you in his hands and his grace and that good stuff. That's just fucking foul, though. I seen the video for research purposes. He was smashing her shit. He was killing her shit. You know, shout out to the new family, though. What else? You ever heard this lady? I heard this lady before.
You're yelling at me.
I got a bank statement in the mail with an account that I don't know nothing about.
First of all, don't come in here yelling at me about no account.
All right. First of all, don't be up in here yelling about no damn account. That's what she said. The caption speaks or says, wife secretly took money, $22K from a joint account to secure herself just in case of a divorce. Is she wrong? Wrong is opinion, and it depends on how you look at it from a legal and from a morality standpoint. From a legal standpoint, if it is indeed a joint account, then she's well within her rights. From a morality standpoint, it gets a little gray. You know, let's see what this and this is giving skit too, but it also is saying, is this okay? Is this level of behavior okay? Shout out to my fucking background that's moving in the wind. I'm doing this from the beach. But yeah, is this a good thing for a woman to do? I do not believe that, but let's see what else she has to say.
I have an account to make sure I'm good. That's why the account is there.
Why?
She has an account to make sure that she is good. That is why it's there. That's interesting. Mind you, this is an account that she does not put money into because she does not work. So keep that in mind as you take this all in. Pause.
Why are you taking money out of my account while I don't know?
You are my husband. I have to make sure I'm good. I'm not. If we were to ever get divorced, I'm not about to.
You are my husband. I have to make sure that I'm good. Translation. You are my husband. You're supposed to make sure that I'm good in the case of divorce. But since that you actually are, because you had like $22K for me to actually take, I'm going to also make sure that I am good.
We out here, but nothing.
We gotta make sure we good. This don't got nothing to do with you sitting taking money out
Has to do
that
with
I work hard for.
Do you not work for us? Are we not a family? You want? Don't
This
you want
is
me to be
working for
good?
you. This ain't
Look
working
at what
for
she's
us.
saying.
It is. I have to make sure.
We are a family. Ma'am, get the fuck off my screen. Get your dumb ass off my screen. Ma'am, you are, where the motherfucking camera at? Ma'am, you are taking money that does not belong to you. It is no different when you are putting, before I even get into that, if you have a joint account, first of all, I had a joint account. Both parties put money in that account. I didn't put as much money in that account, but my ex, she did. Now, even though it was a joint account, I know I did not fully fund that account. So I don't believe that I should have access to all of that money whenever I deem so. Because I did not put the majority of that money in. If it's $1,000 in there and I contributed $300 and she contributed $700, I am not allowed to just be like, yo, I'm gonna take the whole grand because I gotta save the shit for the rainy day. Technically, I can, but from a moral standpoint, you shouldn't. That lady is a piece of shit. Even though that whole thing is giving. I don't like saying giving. That whole thing seems like a fucking skit, but that lady's a piece of shit. Her reasoning is a piece of shit. And I hope men stay far the fuck away from women like that. And if you do find yourself wanting to get married, make sure that she also has something to lose in the case of divorce, not something to come up on. Like, I understand that some women are incentivized to marry their husband, but also to leave them. Because the play to me is for a certain group of women, because not all women do this, and this group of women is more vocal than any other group of women online. But the play is for a woman to get with a well-to-do man, have his child, and either get married or break the relationship off, so now the man will have to pay child support. I believe that was 100% what Mariah Mills had planned to do with Zion Williamson. Find herself a young and dumb athlete, give him some of that good head he's never gotten before, give him some of that good box he's never gotten before, and I'm now pregnant by you. Take care of your child and take care of me at the same time. And then once enough time has passed, I will break off the relationship with you, and you will now pay me for child support. You would now fund my lifestyle for the next 18 years. That is the play to me, not for guys like me, because niggas like me, I'm broke. I have a podcast that don't make no money and nobody watches. So, but for guys who are rich, that is the play. Pay the fuck attention. They're trying to get you. What the fuck do we got next? Fuck that scamming ass wife. But shout out to the dude who smashed Adam 22's wife, because that's it's not funny, but that's the couldn't be me. Not that nigga was fucking huge. Pause. Like, I seen that video, nigga. Like, that shit was like one of these. Nigga, the nigga shit was like this. Like, and got to go in the hole that small. That's fucking crazy. Unless I'm throwing up a gang sign. Anyway, let's get on to some positive news. And the award for the piece of shit parent, but it still needed to be done, goes to this young man right motherfucking here.
Which one would you like? You want an ass whooping, or you want me to keep the sex box? The nigga was stealing candy. We set him up. Me and all the kids, we set him up. We caught him. We put a 9 later in the newspapers. 5 minutes after we just got to talk to him about stealing. So then he goes, he takes the newspapers out like I asked him, but he also took the candy as well. Now, what do you want? You want the ass, or you want the Xbox? Okay, he don't want to answer. Hold on just 1 second, big dog. Hold on just 1 second.
Okay. This father was trying to discipline his child. He is a piece of shit for how he went about it. Actually, he's not a piece of shit for how he went about it. He's a piece of shit for showing it to us and me being able to show it to you. I think these are nuanced situations. I think this kid plays some sort of, I think he might be in football or something because it looks like he has the remnants of a uniform on because this is a turtleneck he has on. But this is what the dad believes he needs to do to make sure that his child isn't stealing. Let's take a look.
Wait, please, y'all back this way. Now, come here. Get your ass over here.
My feet are hot.
Goddamn thieving ass motherfucker.
See, even how he's talking to him, it feels like, see, this is what I don't like about this video because it feels like he's putting on a performance for the camera as opposed to, and that's more important than disciplining his son. That's a takeaway. That's something I took away from this shit. So he's a piece of shit. Like his piece of shit meter is at at a 10, but his fathering, his discipline thing is probably got 25 or some shit like that out of a scale of 20. Let's see how this ends.
Keep on crying, all that black on. Now, what do you want? Do you want this Xbox or you want this ass whoop? Which one you want? You want to keep the Xbox?
As you should, my
That's
nigga.
the good answer. I'm going to give you the Xbox right now.
Oh no. Bye.
He's gonna give him it broken.
Tracy,
up, Tracy.
back up.
He's gonna give him it broken.
Hey, this is how I get down. He wanted the Xbox.
See?
Because that's easy.
And that's how you birth a school shooter. I'm kidding. Black kids don't shoot up schools. That's only for the whites. But yeah, that's he's a piece of shit, but he's absolutely right in doing that. You have to teach your kids harsh lessons. That soft parenting shit does not fucking work for anyone, not even for the children. So keep in mind of that. I don't know if I would have done that. I probably would just took the Xbox away until Rapture, I guess. You can have this motherfucker when Jesus returned. You know, I need to see all A's and B's and shit at least for a semester or maybe a year, depending on what it is. You know, if he has a stealing problem, that needs to be curtailed right away because that can cause you a lot of problems later on in the future. But if it's like a one-off thing, you know, put the nigga in timeout for 2 weeks, come home from school, you take your ass right to the room, can't do shit, can't play video games, can't do nothing. You can only just eat. That's it, you know. And you'll see what happens. But all the sadistic, getting the camera, backing over the Xbox and shit like that, you gotta shoot that nigga on sight for breaking the Xbox like that. Nigga, my motherfucking 2K save was on that bitch, and you just ran over that shit. Bitch ass nigga. But he's a great dad. What else do we got?